42. Blue 42. Sit.
Spanning the universe to bring you the most important content in the world of relegation fantasy football. This is Relegated, the podcast where every match matters and no take is out of bounds.
Okay, we are back with our newest installment of Relegated Podcast going into week 6.
I think we're on episode 94 or 95, one of the two.
Wow.
We're almost to 100.
That's kind of crazy.
Isn't it?
We've surpassed bird watching. We have not surpassed Gear Talk yet. Gear Talk is very consistent.
How far is that one?
160s.
Oh, I don't think we'll ever catch
I don't
it.
think so.
That one's going to be tough.
Unless something really changes.
A seasonal podcast once a week, probably not going to catch
Probably
a
not.
weekly
Yeah.
at this point.
And we are consistent with Gear Talk. We stay posting on Gear Talk. So shout out Gear Talk. If you're looking for a good theological podcast, go check out Gear Talk Podcast.
It actually is solid.
It is a good podcast. It is a good podcast.
Yeah.
But we are talking about the Lord's favorite game, and that's football.
Fantasy football, to
Fantasy
be exact.
football.
He loves fantasy football more than he loves football.
He has to. He blessed me immensely last week.
Oh my gosh, did he ever?
He was watching
Holy-
over me.
Is that the season high for?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I know for you, but for anybody that is, right?
Yeah, I checked.
Yeah. Okay. how much higher was it?
Bourbon Barrels in week 2 put up 141.9.
Okay, so 9 points better.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I put up 150.06 this week against the African Token, who put up 99.64.
What a showing.
So thank God I had my best week against the worst team in the league
And how much did he miss the median, right?
by 1.1.
Oh, that is so brutal.
It's so
what
brutal.
a way to stay 0-10.
I know. Let's just, before we get into my scores, let's talk about African Token scores real quick.
Okay, yeah,
I know
yeah.
we're not doing scoring recaps, but
No, that's fine. Let's talk about it.
because going into the week, they were projected to put up 59 points. So they outscored their projection by 40 points.
That's insane.
That is insane. I mean, I guess I did too. I
Yeah,
outscored
but okay.
by
But
55.
but your team was projected high enough where it's like, okay, you had a lucky week, everybody came together, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Kanzi had a lucky week with bad players that will only do this once a year. Your guys will probably have a couple different games this year where they absolutely blow up. You just happen to have them all have one of those weeks together.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
literally had the only week for every single one of his guys
Yeah.
happen at the same time, and he still missed the median and
Yeah.
and a win.
Well, to keep in mind, so he has Tua Tagovailoa, who had a really good week last week, 256 yards on 3 touchdowns, 28.74. That one's probably like, okay, yeah, Tua can put up games like that.
Yeah.
Not a crazy outlook. Rashad White put up 21.1 with Bucky Irving being out. So he had 41 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 catches. He's not going to do that again this season if Bucky Irving is healthy.
Yeah.
It just won't happen. McNichols put up about what he's expected, 2.3. And then Kendrick Bourne put up 19 with 10 catches on 142 yards. That was the first game. That was the Thursday night game.
Oh yeah, that feels so long ago. I thought it was 2 weeks ago. I was like, he did it back to back.
No.
that was okay. That was last week. That was
Thursday.
insane.
I know.
insane.
Last Thursday. So that's the first score on the board. I'm like, what the heck? He's like projected like 78 points. And then
That's nuts.
Leggett had a touchdown, so he put up 10. Schultz had 8.5. Khalil had 8. And then Javonte Hill and McNichols didn't really do a whole lot, but he had just enough mustard to put up a pretty crazy week on a team that should have put up, like, on a good week, 65.
Yeah,
They outscored theirs by so much.
by so much. That was, I mean, that's crazy. I don't see it happening again with this roster.
No.
I don't know. I
I don't even see Kendrick Bourne putting up 19 points again this year. I think that was his highest.
Who are his other best players again?
Tua put up 28.74.
Which Tua could do again.
Rashad White put up 21, which
That could happen this week.
Could happen again without Bucky Irving. And then 19 from Kendrick and 10.1 from Leggett, which is probably not going to happen again.
No, I don't see that one.
Because that
too
was
much.
2 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown for 10 points.
Well, actually, Leggett could get another touchdown.
He could get another touchdown.
Could,
Yeah.
10 points isn't crazy.
Yeah, that's true. But
But
that was his first touchdown of the year.
yeah, but he'll probably have 4 by the end of the year. I bet he's 3 or 4 touchdowns on the year.
I mean, that was his 6th catch of the year. So I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't have another touchdown.
Who else do they have though?
Tet,
Well, yeah, Tet. But who? Like, I'm just saying, like
Tremble, whatever.
Tremble. Yeah.
I would expect those guys before
If
Leggett.
they have 21 touchdowns on the year passing,
Yeah.
maybe a running back catches 2, Tremble catches 4.
Because you got Chuba and Rico.
So there's five or 6 between them.
Yeah.
Tet's maybe 7, maybe. I mean, at this point he's at
most.
0, so like
Yeah.
you'd have to go pretty crazy. So let's say 6.
Okay. So that's
If
12.
they hit, that's 12.
You still have 9 touchdowns to spread between Tremble and Leggett and whoever else is catching one.
I think Leggett catches another one. Yeah, you have a
Probably.
bunch of random. I bet Leggett catches 2 more this year.
Keep in mind, though, week 1, Leggett puts up 2.5. Week 2, he puts up 0.3. Weeks 3 and 4, he puts up nothing because he didn't get a single target. And then week 5, he gets a touchdown. So it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
10 points? What the heck?
Yeah, it's rough when you see that. And it's
Right.
like, come on, I get the
Right.
1 week.
Yeah. Now switching over to my team. Dun, 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 dun. Baker Mayfield had a great week. I was kind of kicking myself after Thursday thinking I should have played Mac Jones. He put up 26.18.
Yeah.
He had a great game. Baker Mayfield came up, showed out, put up 30.66. Kamara put up 7.5. It's about what he's been doing this year, and anywhere between 7.5 and 10. Javonte Williams had 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, and put up 135 rushing yards for 26.4 points. Xavier Worthy had 6 catches for 8.1. Garrett Wilson does what he does best, puts up 16. Ferguson also had 2 touchdowns, put up 20 points. And I had Rico Dowdle, who put up 30.9.
It was insane.
And then BTJ put up 10.
You couldn't miss.
No, I couldn't.
Did you leave any points on your bench that would have helped you? Was there any, did you do a perfect roster this week?
I could have played, not by much. I could have played Parker Washington over Xavier Worthy for 0.5 points.
Oh, okay. So you were like 99.9% accurate.
Yeah, which is funny though, because I probably should start playing Parker Washington over BTJ and Travis Hunter, because that guy is consistently over 5 points every week. He gets 5 to 10 every single week.
Parker Washington he's the Miami guy.
Jacksonville.
Oh, the Jacksonville guy.
He's the wide receiver 3. I have the entire wide receiver room.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And Parker Washington is more consistent than Travis Hunter.
And are you starting both Travis Hunter and Brian? Oh, okay.
Hunter put up 7.9 on my bench this week.
Okay. Which he actually had a really nice catch.
Yeah, he had his
Right.
most receiving yards on the season so far.
Yeah.
In one game.
Yeah, just
He
no
had
touchdown.
64. Yeah, no touchdown. He had 3 catches for 64 yards, 7.9 points.
That's crazy. Okay, let's go back to Baker real quick, and I
Yeah.
think this can be one of our tangents of the episode that we
Yeah.
can kind of go off on.
I'm here for it. I'm always here for a Baker tangent.
This is Baker adjacent tangent.
Is this Baker adjacent to a Seattle Seahawks fan?
No, this is Baker adjacent in the sense that he has been insane.
Yep.
He's been so good. Is he the MVP of the season so far, or who are our top MVP candidates through week 5?
If I was going to talk about my team,
No, across the league.
well, I mean, I'm 9-1 right now, and I didn't expect to be 9-1. So some of these guys have to be MVP of the league.
Oh, they definitely have, like Javonte has.
Javonte Williams is an MVP of the league this year.
Do you think? Okay, he is the 4th rated non QB in our league.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Javonte Williams. A year ago, people would be going absolutely nuts about that stat. Javonte Williams was not that good.
No, I mean,
You had him.
2 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Did I have him last year too?
I don't
If
think
I
so.
did, I didn't play him. No,
No.
I didn't have him last
No,
year.
I don't think so. You had him rookie the first year of the relegated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought he would do something, and he did not.
Yeah.
And I gave up on him.
Yeah.
I cast him to the curb. I
Valid.
said, "You will never be anything to me."
And he said, I will show you, owner of the Yorkies.
3 years later. Yeah,
It's
it
time
was
to
it was a
blossom.
long con for sure.
Yeah,
Okay, so he would be up there.
for sure. Have to be.
Baker would be up there.
For sure.
Baker is
Puka's up there.
Puka's up there. Quick about Baker. He is the 3rd ranked of everybody because quarterbacks just get so much more.
Yeah.
Other guys who could be up there, Patrick Mahomes.
MVP.
He's having a great season. He's the number 2 overall player right now.
Yep. He has more points than Baker.
Yes.
That's crazy.
He's averaging almost a full point more a game.
Wow. That is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Because Baker is doing good.
So I would say Patrick Mahomes more so than Baker.
Yeah.
Because I think the expectations for Baker were higher. oddly this
Yeah,
year.
oddly. Yeah, I
Like-
would agree with that. Well, I
Like,
mean, think about
for
it.
fantasy.
Baker put up 447 points last year.
Yeah.
Baker, in my opinion, does not get the respect he deserves until like
He's
now.
getting it now.
He's now getting
He's now getting it, but you've been a stan promoting him for a while.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was very high on Baker. I've had multiple people like, even early on, I was trying to get some trades done with Baker involved, and people were not putting respect on his name. And I was like,
I didn't.
oh man, I just didn't get it though. Cause well, part of it was I was seeing him on a week to week basis.
Mm-hmm.
He was holding my crapshoot team afloat for 2 years.
Right.
So actually, no, that's not even true. He was my backup for the first year.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts started for me. And then Jalen Hurts started for the first like 6 or 7 games of last year.
I mean, and it's not like he was a bust. He was,
No, he was good.
Great. He was a good player. You've had good quarterbacks.
Yeah, I have.
You've had very solid QBs.
Yeah, Love, Penix, Mayfield, Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say the other options that could be on here for quarterback would be Dak Prescott.
Yeah, great season so far.
Prescott.
Yeah,
I said
Dak
it like
Prescott.
the city.
Yeah. Dak Prescott. Yeah.
Dak Sedona.
He's been an MVP.
He's been great. He's been absolutely huge. He is averaging basically a point less than Baker. Stafford is number 5, but I think if I had to pick a QB, it would probably be Mahomes.
I would say
Mahomes, but now we got to look at the non QBs.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
has been insane.
Insane.
Now, his expectations were probably the amount that he's succeeded, is it more than what Mahomes has based on their initial expectation? Like I would say Jonathan Taylor was still expected to be a top 10 guy, and he is a top 10 guy.
Yeah. No, I would say Patrick Mahomes is surpassing his expectations more.
Okay. And probably helping win maybe slightly more, but I don't know, man. Jonathan Taylor, I guess, has been insane. He's had a 28.5 week, a 31.3, and a 30.1. When you get those from non-QBs, those are week winning weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Mahomes, if we keep talking about, if we compare them, we'll kind of set this up, I guess, a little bit as a bracket or like just more of an onslaught. One guy up, and you just keep swiping until we find someone who's better.
Yeah.
Mahomes has gone 28, 24, 35, 28.
Crazy.
Those are great weeks, and they're helping you a lot, but they're probably only about 8 points more than the next, or than like an average QB.
Right. Yeah. Because his projections are like 21.
Whereas I would say the 30-point running back is probably like 15 points more than the average.
For Taylor, it's about 13.
Yeah.
When he scored 30 points, he was projected 17.5. When he scored 28.5, he was projected 15.5.
Well, I guess, okay, Mahomes was projected 21.4, so that's a 15-point swing when he did 35.
Yeah.
It's close. Who would you, if you had to pick someone there, are you picking Mahomes or Jonathan Taylor?
I would say I'm more surprised about Mahomes.
Okay.
I would put Mahomes there because there was even with a 21-point fantasy points like outing projection, I think a lot of people thought that was going to be a bit high for Mahomes. I think a lot of people thought he was going to average right around 18, 19, and 20.
Yeah.
Even at a 21 projection. So the fact that he's outscoring an already kind of elevated projection is very impressive. I would still take Mahomes here. One thing I want to point out though, Jonathan Taylor has more points on the year than Drake May.
Yeah.
And Drake May's not even having a bad season.
No.
And he's outscored him by 3.
It is crazy.
That's crazy.
It is absolutely crazy. I'm on the fence with that one. I feel like you are more, you think Mahomes more than I think.
I just think Jonathan Taylor, like after last season, at the end of last season, people were like, oh man, if he stays healthy, he's going to put up 25
And
points.
he's been a number 1 overall.
Yeah.
I mean, well, so has Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay. Bad argument there. Ignore that one. Okay. So now we're looking, I think we got to go down the list. Nakua, great season, but again, expectations were higher.
Not this high, but yeah.
Not this high. All these guys are outperforming.
I would take
but
Jonathan Taylor over Puka Nacua though.
Yes. So, and then
CMC?
CMC, I think his expectations for me,
Yeah, we have a little bit different.
we have a different view
opinion.
here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him against Mahomes because I thought he would be a top 5 guy.
I didn't think CMC was going to, honestly, I didn't even think he was going to be healthy by this time of the year. I thought
Right.
he'd be injured by now.
Yeah.
But he's put up 104.4, which is more than Bo Nix and Sam Darnold and Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud and Tua Tagovailoa. And then you get Javonte Williams.
Okay, that's where I was going to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams or Mahomes, who has helped a team win more? Because
Javonte probably.
I think so.
Probably.
I mean, he 19, 22, 17, 26. Obviously not the same amount as Jonathan Taylor, but the draft capital, the draft expectations of Williams
Yeah.
was so low.
Yep.
I mean,
I got him for $25.
if he had been an RB3, like if he had been a flex play on your team, that would have been like successful year.
Yep.
And right now he is by far and away your RB1,
Yeah, not even close.
and it doesn't look like it's slow. It doesn't look like a fluke at this point.
It doesn't anymore, which is so weird because I was talking to our dad about this
Right.
after week 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is time to sell high. Like, I have to sell him.
If you could have gotten a decent, like if you could have gotten a first rounder for him, I would have said for sure.
For
sell.
sure, take it. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he's
like-
not going to maintain this.
No, it's Javonte Williams.
And now at week 6, I'm buying into the lie.
What would it take to get him off your hands?
I don't know.
If someone gave you, okay, right now, straight up, Travion Henderson or Javonte Williams. Feels like a good line.
Yeah, that
Because I mean, Henderson has done he's done basically nothing, but his upside is still so high, and that to get that first rounder, the 5 years, there's a lot of value
A
there.
lot of value.
But it doesn't help you win now.
No.
So what do you want?
Where I'm at right now, I wouldn't take the trade right now.
Because you want to win.
Because
now.
I want to win now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in a win now situation. So if Javonte fits my team better. But if
Okay.
you would have offered me that trade on week 3, I would have taken it.
Yeah,
I would have taken it like in a heartbeat.
Judkins or Javonte Williams.
You're probably getting closer because Judkins is win now too.
Oh, I would take Judkins in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. Like to me, that one's not even close.
It's still
actually.
close. It's still close. I don't know why. Probably the bias. Partly the bias.
Probably you've seen it, but I mean, Judkins he's been in the league for 2 weeks. He's already become the
Yeah.
bell cow back there,
Yeah.
and he has
Probably take the Judkins trade,
yeah.
but it would be very tough to watch Dallas Cowboys games after that. It'd be very tough.
That's okay. Just don't watch Cowboys
Well,
play.
the issue
I
is
don't care.
I better get rid of Ferguson too.
Oh, so then it would still be fun. You just have to. It would just not be fun to watch it run in.
I know. It
Yeah.
happens twice every game.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
It would be tough. But that's on paper, you should take that trade.
Okay, I think we have one more name to bring up here.
Right.
So right now, Javonte Williams is MVP of the season so far.
I would say so.
I think this one is very, very close because again, draft capital, what it's meant to the team.
Egbuka,
Emeka Egbuka.
the dude is a beast. Even taking out week 5 of the equation, he's still having a phenomenal rookie year. And then he comes out in week 5 and puts up 27.8.
The fact that he was mocked for the number 3 overall pick, the fact that he is on a 5-year deal,
Yeah.
he looks absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I would way rather have Egbuka than Javonte Williams. I would give Egbuka the MVP of the season so far.
I would too, probably.
He's insane.
I would take Egbuka straight up for Javonte Williams right now.
Yes.
I would, which is so sad.
Well, that should not be a hard choice.
No, that's not a hard choice.
at
You
all.
get 5 years on a rookie contract, and the guy just put up 163 yards on 7 catches.
Yeah.
And Baker loves him. And trust me,
Yeah.
I'm a Baker stan. I'm watching like every single Bucks game. I'm watching every single throw. I'm watching like how often he's looking towards receivers. Baker looks for Egbuka like every play, dude.
Yep.
I would be so happy to have him on my team. Because Baker's like looking at Egbuka, he's not open. I have to look at my other reads now. That's like how it feels.
Egbuka is the first target.
Yeah, I think
constantly.
even when Mike Evans comes back, Egbuka will still be the first target.
I am very, very curious. I can't remember if I've brought it up on the podcast or if I've just talked to you about it.
Yeah.
I am hesitant to think that it will continue this season, like Egbuka's run here.
What do you consider his run? If he maintained 12 points a game, is that a run?
No, because that's not what he's even close to what he's doing. He's at 17 a game right now.
Oh,
So like,
is he really?
yeah, he's putting up 17.98. He's putting up 18 points a game.
Holy
So
cow.
no, I do not think that's not
So
considered
15.
the run.
15?
If he puts up 15 for the rest of the year, close enough. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that.
I could see him doing that.
I don't see it.
I could see him doing 15 a game. I think his floor right now is 11.
Okay. Yeah. His floor is 11, but he has 5 touchdowns through 5 weeks.
Yeah.
He is not going to have 17 touchdowns.
But if he does,
I would bet so much money against it right now. Like so much money.
can you imagine as a rookie puts up 17 touchdowns?
It would be insane.
It would be insane.
It would be absolutely insane. But
It would absolutely discredit Brock Bowers last year. It would discredit Sam Laporta the year before.
well, it wouldn't discredit, but it would blow them out of the
No,
water.
I'm saying like nobody would talk about it ananymore.
oh,
Nobody would care about Sam Laporta's season 2 years ago on being such a good tight end.
It'd be who are the best rookies to ever
Igbokwe.
it wouldn't even be close.
It wouldn't be close.
He's not going to do that. Like over under rest of this for the whole season, over under 10 touchdowns.
Over. He's gonna get more than 5.
The rest of the season, I don't think so.
I do.
I
think he has another game where he has. I think he has another game where he has 2 touchdowns.
okay, I think I would put if the line at 10.5 I could see him getting 5 more. I think getting double digit touchdowns is going to be so hard when the season starts to progress. You get McMillan back, you get Bucky back, you get Mike Evans back, Chris Godwin's more healthy. Like, I'm not saying he's not going to be good, but Baker Mayfield is a great quarterback who can get so many people the ball. I think what's going to happen is whoever defenses are least afraid of is going to get the closing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just like Quentin Johnston's getting in LA,
Yeah.
right? Like Egbuka, I think he showed so much to start the season.
They're gonna
People
pressure
are
him.
going to guard him more than they guard Godwin.
Probably. Yeah, for sure.
I think and then if they throw everything at all 3 wide receivers, Cade Otton and Bucky Irving are going to just cook.
Bucky Irving is going to cook for the rest of the year.
I think I would bet the under at 5.5 touchdowns the rest of the season. I would bet the under. And then
I would too.
And then if you get to that, averaging 15 points a game is really tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It for sure is. I'm going to say he ends the season with 10 touchdowns though.
Okay. Yeah, I think 10.5 would. I think
That's the line.
That's the line because I wouldn't go over it. I could
wouldn't
see
either.
10. 11 is tough because that's also expecting no injuries from him.
Right.
Stay healthy for sure.
No pop-off weeks where he doesn't get any touchdowns or yards. Maybe there's going to be a week where he gets 3 catches for 40 yards, 42 yards. It's going to happen. But I also think I think he has another week where he has 2 touchdowns for 100 yards again.
I could see it. I mean, I
think
can't say that I couldn't see it. He's done it.
I think it'll happen.
He's done it, and watch him do it this week. Watch him prove me wrong.
You play corn dog again or no? No. No, you don't. You played him
Have I
back-to-back
played him
already.
twice already?
You should.
I didn't play him back to back.
Oh, you didn't yet? Oh, I thought it was the same weeks for everybody.
No.
Because I
That
played
was
Slumlord back-to-back for 4 and 5. Or no, for 3 and 4.
3 and 4, but we didn't. We played different. I have not played Corn Dog yet. I don't believe
Gotcha.
because I played you week 1, Acorn Assassins week 2.
Oh, yeah, and then we're this week.
We're this week again, so I have not played Corn Dog twice. I'll play him again, and that's when he'll put up all 5 of his touchdowns on the rest of the year. I feel like I've also to wrap this up quick before we go into some other studs from
Right.
the week. I've been bashing him there. Needless to say, the best pick of the draft has been Egbuka.
Yep.
Because it is the pick that nobody else would have made except for Zealand in that spot. and it has been proved so ridiculously correct. He has been the most successful rookie wide receiver through the first 5 in like history. I mean, it is insane. It is an incredible pick. And no matter how he finishes this season, does not take away the fact that he is going to be a top 10 dynasty asset
For sure.
moving forward.
Yeah, shout out to Zealand. Shout out to Zealand for just listening every week. I was talking to Zealand last weekend, and he told me, he's like, dude, I got to be the first person to listen every week because once it pops up on my phone, I start listening immediately. So shout out Z. He's listening right now. Appreciate you, bro. And props to taking probably the best pick in a draft that we've ever seen.
I will say it might not be right now because if most people are listening to it within like, I don't know, if they're listening to it 15 hours after a post, Zealand was done listening to it.
Yeah.
He listened to it 14 hours before you did.
Yeah, right. That's so funny. Shout out Z.
All right, let's take a look at should we look at some of the studs or do we want to look at some of the top performing teams and just talk about them this week? What are you feeling?
Let's take 3 of the studs because
Okay.
there's a couple guys in here. One of them is on my team that I do want to talk about briefly.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ferguson?
No, Dowdle.
Oh, Dowdle went crazy.
Dowdle went crazy.
All right, let's start with Dowdle. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Dowdle was the highest scoring non-QB of the week at 30.9. Dowdle had 206 rushing yards.
it was insane.
They're already talking about like they were talking in the press conference after the game. They were like, "What does this mean?" And they're like, "Well, we have to have it mean something. Like, there's no way that we can just be like, hey, great game, kid.
Yeah.
Get back to the bench."
This absolutely sucks for the Chuba Hubbard owner,
Yeah.
which is Bourbon Barrels, right?
Which is nice for me because it did a full circle.
Right, because you gave him,
I gave him Chuba on an absolute steal of a deal,
and now you take away.
and now I take away. Yeah, it felt good though. I was watching that game like, oh man, I hope they split carries now. And then every single time he'd get another 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, I was like, oh man, they're going to split the backfield now.
Yeah.
So like this week, I think Chuba is projected to come back, and Dowdle is still projected 10.6.
Yeah.
Crazy. So he's like the new David Montgomery.
I bet this week the
Outscores.
split, do you think it's because Chuba's coming back?
Yep.
I think Rico probably gets at least 60% of the work still this week.
I would say so, yeah. Moving
Yeah.
forward, by the end of the season, I think
It'll go back to Chuba.
it'll go back to Chuba for the majority.
Yep.
Unless Dowdle can figure out how to do something this week, and then like just a bait and switch would be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
I don't see it happening, but
I don't either. They
That'd be
just
cool.
they paid
Yeah.
Chuba. They're not Rico is a great backup for them, and
phenomenal backup. Yeah.
and it's going to be great for the NFL. It'll probably end up poaching from both their numbers most of the season.
Probably. Well, not Rico, because Rico had been like his projections before that were like 3 or 4.
Right. Yeah,
So his will go up.
Yeah.
Chuba's will come down a little bit, but not by that much. I think by the end of the season, Rico will definitely be the number RB2,
Right.
unless something weird happens. And then
Maybe.
I want to skip over the next two guys who are not QBs because we've already talked about them. And
Yeah. Taylor and Egbuka.
Taylor and Ibuka. But then let's move on to Kyron Williams.
Yeah, I
Kyron
love that.
finally had the game that like people have been kind of waiting on a little bit.
Yeah.
27.1 on 91% of the snaps. He had 14 carries for 65 yards, but he had 2 receiving touchdowns.
Well, 8 receptions.
Yeah.
This is from a guy who does not catch, like,
Right.
he's known, he's infamous for not being a receiving back.
He's known as being not as good of a pick in full PPR.
Right. Yeah. Because
like-
he's just not going to get the catches.
He's not going to get your receiving touchdowns. Wrong. He has 3 on the year.
8 receptions. That is crazy.
Yeah.
8 receptions this week, 66 yards, one more yard receiving than he had rushing. But rushing too, he was 14 for 65.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad average.
4.5 yards. Yeah,
No,
per carry. Yeah.
that's not bad at all.
So shout out. Did
Massive week. That was huge for the Turf Hoppers.
that help them win?
Oh yeah, they dominated.
They dominated last week.
Yeah, they had a great week.
Oh yeah, 129.38. So they're officially on the board for a real win now.
Which was huge for them because
This is about
now
the time they
they're
start turning it around, though.
no, not yet. we're still 5 games from that. He's 3-7. That brought him back into the. I mean, he's still in the relegation zone,
Yeah.
but he's within a game of Fluffy, within a game of Avalanche, he's basically a game and a half out of being in the playoff picture.
Yep.
Which was huge. I think looking at his team though, do I think he does that weekly? Probably not, although he has Dak, who's been insane.
Yep.
We talked about him,
Yep.
potential MVP. Kyron, who if he can keep scoring, he's going to have a good week against Baltimore because Baltimore sucks.
Sucks. Yep.
Uh,
Travis Etienne has been great this year.
Yep.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing Seattle. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
Yep,
Travis
no
Etienne
worries.
plays Seattle.
Yep. He's got JSN and Ramondre keeps getting work despite having, however, I mean, I think he's basically averaging a fumble every other game for the last 2 seasons, basically.
Yeah, we should be able to see. Oh, it doesn't have it on here. Yeah, he's had so many fumbles.
So many fumbles, but they're still giving it to him.
Yep.
So that's huge for him. If he has an injury, I think he's in a little bit more trouble. He's not as deep this year as he was because he's lost Tyreek Hill. He's lost Joe Burrow.
Got Michael Wilson, Tommy Tremble,
Yeah.
AJ Barner. Brendan
AJ
Str-
Barner's been good, dude.
Yeah. he
AJ
has.
Barner.
He's been taken
Yeah.
away from Brendan Arroyo.
Yeah, it sucks.
Sorry.
Super annoying. But Barner has 4 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah, and they don't really feel that fluky. It feels like Sam Darnold likes to find Barner.
Yeah, although before last week, before last week his high was 3 receptions, but he
Yeah.
put up 7 receptions last week,
Yeah.
which was absolutely insane. So, I mean, yes, he has a chance. I think this was a little bit of an outlier week, but
For sure.
every week he has the chance to do that because he has some stars who can put up big
Right.
numbers.
And Calvin Ridley, the last guy in his second flex spot,
He finally
got 10 targets.
right.
That's all he needs. He just needs high targets to be effective. He had 0 touchdowns on 5 catches for 131 yards. He put up 15.6. So it'll be interesting to watch Calvin Ridley move forward in the season because I think that just added a ton of value to him
yeah.
because he looked like an absolute bum.
Yeah, but they won't play Arizona every week.
Yeah.
You won't, I mean, in maybe the most epic collapse in NFL history. Nope. Second most epic.
And the other one was Arizona this season.
No, this was the second most epic Arizona this season. The most memorable all time is the Falcons losing the 28-3 lead to the Patriots.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
That
28-3 is insane. You're giving up so much, and in a play like in the Super Bowl, that's so memorable.
Yeah.
I will say though, at least they lost to the GOAT.
Right.
They didn't lose to Cam Ward, who looks like
Yeah.
he should have been a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, he just got his first NFL win.
Like he has not looked good.
No.
As high as I was on Cam Ward going in, he's looked terrible.
Well, I don't know if I'd put the full blame on Cam Ward. I still think he looks decent. I think he was overvalued in the draft.
Should not have been the 101.
No. It should have been Egbuka.
Well, if it okay, Egbuka in non-Tampa Bay, I feel like he is a great player who landed in a perfect place.
spot. Yes.
So perfect.
Totally agree.
If he landed in Tennessee,
No.
this would not be the Egbuka you.
We'd be talking differently about Egbuka.
Yeah.
But I think Cam Ward is better. I just think his team is straight buns. Tennessee Titans are so bad this year. Tough team to watch.
So tough. Let's talk about two more players here before we jump into maybe a little bit of what happened last week and maybe find one more tangent.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do. We'll find out.
We'll find a way to keep
But I do
talking.
want to talk about Jamar Chase getting his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, tying Jacoby Croskett Merritt for
Yeah.
points.
Did they tie?
26.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on 26.
Kroski had a game. He had 2 touchdowns as well. But yeah, let's talk about Jamar Chase.
So yeah, let's talk about Chase. We can talk about Kroski Merritt when maybe we talk about my loss.
Yeah.
That was a bummer.
Jamar put up 26 points on 6 catches, 110 yards and 2 tutties.
Yeah, he's gonna have a different quarterback.
Yeah, he's going to have Joe Flacco.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Browning.
For real. Jake Browning, man. He was right. You should have never cut me. You should have never cut me. Dude was tough to watch. I got a buddy at work who I sit right next to, and he's a huge Bengals fan.
Yeah,
From Ohio.
yeah.
Diehard Bengals fan.
Mm-hmm.
Tough to talk to him on Mondays. I would just walk in, he'd just be like this.
Don't talk to me.
So I'm like, oh, did you just, like, are you, like, something happened? You get a tear? Like, you get a
Your
trade
dog
error?
die?
Yeah, he's like, no, dude. I got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow in my league. I'm like, dude, that's not good.
That's
And my manager is a huge Cardinals fan.
yeah.
So that's also tough.
Ooh.
He always looks down and out on Mondays.
Nobody was happy.
No, well, dude, it's so hard to be a Cardinals fan this year. Not to get away from fantasy football, but Cardinals, the Cardinals team itself has let them down. I've watched like all those games.
Yeah,
Like 3 or 4 of the games this year, they have like literally given the other team the win.
they've lost. They like set the record for losses in a row on a game-winning field goal.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
It's 3, I think, right?
I think you're right.
3 in a
I
row?
couldn't remember if it was 3 or 4, but yeah.
Dude, that one where they had the was that them? The one that got kicked into the end zone? That was Cardinals game, right? Where they
Kicked
got the
into-
pick, fumbled it, kicked it in the end zone,
yes.
and Lockett
Yeah.
jumped
That
on
was
it.
his last week.
That was the most Arizona Cardinals thing I've ever seen in my life.
More than DeMarcado fumbling out a 72-yard
Oh my
or whatever
gosh.
run.
It was more than that. It had to have been like 85.
I don't think it was quite that far. It was less than 81 for sure.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, he fumbled it, and
That one
it was an
weird to me, though.
8-point swing for
I mean,
whoever had him.
Super, super fortunate for me because I was playing against DeMarcado that week.
That's huge.
So I'm seeing this like 75 plus yard run and a touchdown. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, there's 11 points or 13 points, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, wait, we got to take a deeper look at this. And then they're like showing it. I'm like, is that a fumble?
Oh, he let go of it.
Truly, from the angles that I got, I thought he didn't fumble it.
Oh, really?
I thought he crossed the plane before he let go.
I think the issue is as soon as he flipped his hand forward, he didn't have possession anymore. So
I
even though it was
know.
still in the hand,
Yeah.
he wasn't in possession of it.
I'm sure that was the ruling, is like he doesn't have possession right here. That's where it crosses.
Yeah.
But the video is so close. It is so close.
It was
He's literally like right here, and it's like crosses the plane, but it comes off his palm.
yeah, it was close, but to me, he definitely fumbled it. Like that was so painful to watch. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
That
yeah.
was
That one was heartbreaking.
it's crazy. They've come out and said there's going to be no repercussions for him. That might be because the coach looked like an absolute ass. I mean, did you see him after?
No.
He went up to DeMarcado, shoved him, like he got in his face and then shoved him as he was walking away. He got fined by the Cardinals $100,000. So the coach might be one of those things where it's like, hey, don't sue me. Like police press, no charges.
Yeah.
There's going to be no repercussions on you.
It could have happened to anybody.
It could happen to anybody.
All right. I found a Reddit post. Who knows how credible?
Yeah.
Amari DeMarcado's goal line fumble cost 667 owners their matchups.
Wow. I would guess it was more. I genuinely would have guessed more.
I would guess that's about right, if not less, because how many people are starting DeMarcado?
I mean,
Those are some pretty obscure leagues like ours.
I feel like if you were in a 12-man league, you
Yeah.
could have easily started him just because you had bye weeks and you had anybody who had drafted Connor, who then picked up Benson, who is now down to nobody. Like he was played enough places,
Yeah.
but I guess it was split. Like some people were playing Carter, some were playing him. But
This is-
that's so painful to lose on that.
This is an interesting post because they're giving out. Oh, we got to talk about this too. The Trevor Lawrence fall that ran into.
Oh yes,
ran
he got up and
for a
scored.
touchdown.
Chris Jones.
Yeah, so here, I'm just going to read this Reddit post because it's actually very funny. Whoever pulled these stats is awesome. Hey, folks, Mike from fantasygenius.io here, returning with my favorite Tuesday activity.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor. We'll see how good it is, though. We might have them as a free sponsor. Laughing at the most brutal fantasy losses of the week. This week's primary Sankey target is Cardinals RB Amari DeMarcado, who apparently didn't learn from last week and dropped the ball at the 1-yard line. Of the 13,000 teams in our database with DeMarcado rostered, 667 of those had their matchups flipped because of this play. So this is just for fantasygenius.io.
Okay.
As bad as that is for fantasy managers, it's still not as bad as the Cardinals finding a way to lose this game through this play and the Cam Ward interception turned fumble into a touchdown.
That's crazy.
Other notable losses include Travis Kelce, who recently had a song written about how big his hog is, caught an 11-yard pass with 3 seconds left in the NFL week.
Wait, did he actually?
Yes, Taylor Swift.
I don't listen to Taylor
Taylor Swift just dropped a new album. One of the songs talks about how big his hog is.
Seriously?
I guess so. I haven't listened to the album yet, but
That's
I know
so-
she dropped an album. Totally inconsequential play in the reality fantasy football league, but it flipped 306 matchups in our database.
Insane.
And then last but not least, Trevor Lawrence ate crap twice and proceeded to run into the game-winning touchdown. If you were starting Trevor Lawrence in a relatively normal league, you were down bad. So I'm glad that 319 of you won specifically because of this play.
That is crazy.
That's
and when you
awesome.
watch it, Chris Jones could have so easily stopped it if
Yep.
he didn't just give up on the play. I don't know if he thought when he tripped, he had tripped over like
Of defender foot.
yeah, and was down. Or I think sometimes when a quarterback does that, they just kind of call it down,
Yep.
like he gives himself up and it's like, okay, whatever, play over.
Yeah.
But that was a brutal way to lose.
Yeah. Somebody said, and this is in reference to the Arizona loss. I'm sure there have been dumber losses in NFL history, but I genuinely cannot think of one. Somebody had said Colts versus Vikings last year.
Oh,
That was pretty bad too.
How did I forget about that when I was talking about comebacks?
I know.
Oh, that was insane.
That's a crazy one. What did we put up, like 21 points or 28 points in the fourth quarter? Scored like 4
Yeah,
touchdowns to
because
win.
it was the biggest comeback. It was like
33-3 or something.
yeah, it was something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Let me look it up real quick. That was absolutely insane. I forgot about that. How did I forget about that? That was one of my happiest. Like, oh
Yeah, that
my
was
gosh, it was so fun because I was so mad. Tay was in the other room.
Yep.
And I was just so pissed. And she's like, "Why are you still watching?" I was like, "I don't know." And then they just started coming
is
back.
why.
And I just kept getting excited and more excited. And she wasn't excited because I was being obnoxious with my celebration. But that was so fun
That
to
was such
watch.
a fun one. That one is so fun to think about because we're Vikes fans.
Right.
So it's so easy to be like, that was such a great game. As a Colts fan, you're like, that game was awful. Awful
Yeah.
game to watch.
That was so funny.
What a weird week. And also, I think we do have to talk about this a little bit.
They're down 33-0. It was a 33-point comeback.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think we do have to talk about just how ridiculous special teams have been this year. Just like special teams in general. There's been so many blocked field goals that have like been game deciding field goals.
Yep.
There's been blocked punts. There's been punt returns. There's been kick returns. Special teams is going crazy this year.
It's been insane.
And we talked about it. Like, has anything changed where it's like easier to block kicks?
No.
Nothing has changed.
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
Unless there's like some new strategy that like the special teams haven't picked up on, but the defensive special teams have. It's like we can get off the line this much quicker if we look for like this or something, you know? But nothing like within the rules.
I really have no clue what it would be. It makes sense why kicks are going longer because of the new regulations with the football.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they're blocking more kicks. I don't know what's going on there. Or I will say the changes to the NFL kickoff have been so fun this year. The amount of kickoff returns and like guys running it out to the 40 and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I know some people complain about the penalty being too big for not getting it in the landing zone.
Yeah.
Within that 20 yards, it takes it all the way out to the 40.
Yeah. But you're a golfer, so this is what you do.
This is great. I love this because it is forcing kick returns.
Yeah.
It's forcing a play to be exciting again.
Yep.
And also you're getting offenses closer to scoring. Great. I love it.
more
It's been
points.
so fun to watch.
I totally agree. I think it's been a great addition to the game. The funny thing is, with the rule where the guys can't start running until the player catches it,
Yeah.
it has not, in my opinion, it has not lessened the hits that you're seeing. Like you're not seeing like softer hits. These dudes are still getting absolutely decked.
I mean, they're getting hit hard, but it's
probably a little
definitely
less.
less than a free runner.
Probably.
They're not at the same speed as if they're taking off from the previous
Man,
40.
it feels like sometimes some of these hits, I'm like, ooh, that
I
rule's
know.
not changing anything. But
I know. Did you see the punt return on the sideline? Jones, what's his name? Something Jones. Is he the returner for New England?
I was gonna say Patriots. That sounds right.
And crazy. He caught it on the side, didn't fair catch it. Probably should have. Somehow dodged a guy by tiptoeing. He had like 2 inches to spare, and he tiptoes around him, and it's like, this is crazy. Dude came up, took off his head.
Oh.
Dude, he got decked.
I can't see with this thing on.
It was crazy.
I'm gonna rip your head off. Don't talk about my mama.
It's so funny.
We're
Little
recording
Giants
Little
is great.
Giants. If you haven't seen that, you should watch it.
It is so good. I
Spike
watched it
don't
on
play with girls.
I watched it on the plane the other day. So classic.
The annexation
All right.
of Puerto Rico.
Oh, great play.
Great play.
Ooh, breaking news.
Talk to me.
Adam Schefter just posted Jaguars and Browns trade. They traded cornerbacks. So I don't know. Greg Newsome of the Jaguars of the Jets. Wait, Jaguars get Greg Newsome, who was a Brown, and a 6th round pick. And the Browns get Tyson Campbell and the Eagles 26th 7th round pick. It's not. I thought it was
Not
going to be
that
more
exciting.
exciting for us.
No, not quite.
Greg Newsome. There you go. Welcome to Jacksonville.
Any other notable players? AJ Barner had 20.8. Shout out to Dylan Gabriel for taking over the offense in Cleveland. I think that's part of the reason why Flacco is on the move to Cincinnati now.
I don't mind it. Shador is now the number 2,
Which is fun.
Non-committal. The coach hasn't officially said he's the number 2.
He
But
is,
come
though.
on, who
He is.
are they going to put?
Yeah, nobody. Unless they're going to bring back Jameis Winston or something. Dylan Gabriel had a good week. Puts up 20 points. Had 33 attempts, two passing touchdowns, 190 yards. Shout out Dylan Gabriel. He's going to take over that offense. And I honestly think it's going to increase the value of the Cleveland Browns players for the rest of the season now.
Yeah.
I just think Flacco was not making it happen. There's something off about that situation this year. Now, I will also say, and extremely not controversial.
Beneficial to me?
No, well,
'Cause
yes,
it was.
It is beneficial to you,
Yeah.
but I would say contradictory.
Right.
I think Flacco was failing in Cleveland, but I do have a feeling that he's going to step it up in Cincinnati now.
More than Browning.
Yes.
For sure more than Browning,
Yes.
I think. But the funny thing is Jake Browning has more touchdowns and almost the same amount of interceptions
Does
as
he really?
Well, Flacco had 2 touchdowns and 6 picks in Cleveland.
Oh, so they're probably pretty even. because Jake Browning had a great game to start, and then after that, he's been absolute dog.
I do think that there are elements that a veteran quarterback can probably figure out better, and I think he'll utilize Jamar Chase better,
Way better.
T. Higgins better.
Yep.
I
Jasicki, everybody.
I
Chase
think,
Brown. I think Chase Brown's going to be way better now.
but I don't think you're going to have less turnovers. I just think you might have more touchdowns.
Agreed. Yep.
Like
More touchdowns, yeah, for sure.
I'm hoping for the Jameis Winston 30 touchdowns, 30 interception season.
Well, I think
Let's just chuck it.
I think that was the hope that Jameis Winston found his way to the Bengals because
It
you
was.
knew you were going
I
to
picked him up.
Yeah.
I picked him up thinking like, oh, they're gonna go hard at Jameis. This is the fit. Let's just let T. Higgins and Jamar Chase run down the sideline. Let's run 2 9s, throw it to whatever side feels better, and just have jump ball after jump ball.
And they're both going to come down with a lot of those catches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and if they don't and the cornerback picks it off, great. It was a 60-yard punt. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. And as long as you're not playing Winston, it doesn't matter.
I would have played Winston. Okay, let's take a look at some of the matchups
Yep.
this week. Some of the teams that kind of went off before we close up because
We are getting close to
we'll
time.
wrap up here pretty soon.
We're looking at week 5 matchups or week 6?
Week 5, so just from last week. Or
Okay.
do you want to talk about this upcoming week?
I say
Is
we
that
look
more
at-
interesting?
Yeah, I'd say we look at week 6.
Let's do it. Yeah, that sounds fun. We haven't really done that yet.
No.
I play you this week. That's a big matchup, but we've talked enough about us.
Yeah. Projected. Let's start with the projected median though. 95.6.
It's getting higher.
It's getting higher. It is getting higher. Teams are getting a little more solidified. We got a lot of games. Even these first 4 teams that we're talking about, Yorkies, Sleepers, Avalanche, Long Necks are all projected over the median. So let's talk about Long Necks and Avalanche real
Long
quick.
necks aren't. They're over the median.
Over the median.
Well, because I mean you have to have 8 teams projected over the median.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just the first 4 that we're looking at though are all
Top.
4 of the
You're
8
right.
that are projected top 8.
Yeah, you're right.
Brock Purdy is questionable, looking to come back for the Long Necks. I think if he plays, which I think he's projected to, that'll be a good start. We'll see if it takes away from any, like the injury takes away if you
He
slow
did
it
not
up.
practice today.
Oh, okay. So it might be another Mac Jones week. Still got Quentin Johnston going, projected 10.8. That's the highest projection we've ever seen for Quentin Johnston in a league.
Is it?
I mean, like
Oh, God.
compared to like last season.
He was projected 12.1 last week against Washington.
I meant more
did
like
not live up.
outside of this year. No,
Yeah,
did
that's
not
so
live
true.
up. Outside of this year, he was more like a 4.9 kind of guy, which is what he put up last week.
What does this matchup mean for the standings? So they're both at 5-5
This is a huge week.
for the Avalanche and the Long Necks. They're both at 5-5. The Long Necks are the last one in the playoffs, and the Avalanche are the first one out.
I say let's do a speed run through all the matchups. We don't talk about any of the players, but we give our predictions on who wins.
I like that. Yeah,
All right,
that sounds great.
We'll start with us. I think
Okay.
you're due to beat me.
Okay. I think
Take. You're not the owner of the Yorkies. You're an outside opinion. You already know the stats.
yeah.
I got you 2-0 last time. If
I had a week last week with no touchdowns. That feels like I'm due to get a couple extra touchdowns this. Like maybe I get 4 or something like that. Like it was
think,
rough. I think you're right. I would pick my team head to head against your team if I was an unbiased, not feeling like a victim owner.
yeah, I think you go 2-0. I think funny enough that we're talking about victim mentality. I genuinely think I go 0-2 this week.
You just think you're due.
I think I'm so due.
Not at 9-1. You've just had too much success.
I think we come in right below the median. I think we're the team 9 this week.
I think if you really think that, you should bench Baker for Penix.
no.
I mean, let's just
Let's just jump to the equation.
if you think you're due,
Jump to the
do it.
conclusion, not the equation.
Okay, I think I'll pick the Yorkies there.
I got Yorkies.
We were talking Long Necks Avalanche. That one matters a ton. Who do you think comes out ahead? Do you think there's a change in the standings next week?
Yes, has to be. Because I think Long Necks go 2-0 and I think Avalanche goes 1-1.
Okay, but they could still stay
Oh, you're
in
right.
the same spot then.
Well, no, because they're tied. There's teams tied at 5-5. So technically it would change.
But if all the other teams go 1-1, they would stay the same.
if they were 1-1, then Long Necks would jump above everybody.
The Long Necks are already ahead of them. I mean, in tiebreaker. So tiebreaker, the Long Necks are beating them.
No, I'm saying, so let's say Long Necks go 2-0. Now they're 7-5. I think Andover Avalanche goes 6-6 by next week. So technically one spot below the Long Necks now, not tied with them. But I see what you're saying.
If the
You're-
playoffs were to happen right now,
you have the tiebreakers in the equation
there's
too.
still
I'm
tiebreakers in,
just
yeah.
looking at standings.
okay, just in standings.
Just
yeah.
standings.
Long necks. Yep. Okay. 7 and 5 long necks. I like it. I think I will actually. I'm going to take the Avalanche to upset there.
Oh, okay. Don't talk about any players.
Yeah.
But they do have 2 tight ends starting,
Yeah.
and one of them is
They.
a not good tight end in my
What?
opinion.
No, they only have one tight end.
Oh, I thought that's a Tucker Kraft. It's Trey Tucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad.
Which I might rather have Kraft.
I would.
I honestly, I'd probably rather have Kraft.
Yep.
No, I think I'm going to.
Which is ironically on the long next team,
Oh, no way.
but they're not starting him. They're starting Laporta.
I
As of
might
now.
start Kraft.
I would start Kraft over Laporta for sure.
Yep. Okay. Fluffy raw berries.
Yeah.
This one should be a blowout. Raw berries have been pretty disappointing this year, although
Yep.
they did just win last week. They went 2-0 last week, I think, right?
It's Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think Fluffy wins this one.
Same. And I think Rob Berry's missed the median. So I think it's 2-0 to 0-2.
Yep. I think you're right. OG Skylarks corn dog.
Very close projections. 87.8 for the OG Skylarks and 88.7 for the Corn Dog.
I'm going OG. I think this is similar to how you feel you're due a bad week. I think OG is due.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you
a
because
week.
I think Corn Dog is also due equally a bad week like me.
Yeah.
Because we're both just getting a little too lucky.
Let's swing it the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Glizzy Gladiators versus African Token. This should still be an easy Gladiator win to me.
Should be an easy win. Keep in mind, African Token does have Dalton Schultz in their tight end, and he's on a bye. The guy that they have to replace him is Will Disley.
Oh, that's not that
Or
bad,
Higbee.
right?
Or Higbee.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess both aren't great, but both could get. Well, I guess Disley's done absolutely nothing.
No. Couple more,
Um,
but he's been injured.
I'm gonna guess. Here, I think we keep it simple. Until African Token proves me wrong, I'm gonna just pick against them.
Yeah, same. I mean, last week should have been their week to prove us wrong, and I don't think they put up 99 points again.
Yeah, really big one. Bourbon Barrels versus Lumberjacks. Bourbon Barrels are projected 99.7. Lumberjacks 96.6.
This is going to be such a fun. This is probably the game of the week. No, it's not. Andover Avalanche and
this
Long
one,
Necks.
I think ours is one of the top two. But in the championship league,
Yeah,
this one I think is bigger than the Long Necks one.
probably.
I do think so. I think this is massive for end of season. It's probably going to be. Both these teams have a shot to be a number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's close.
still-
Number punchers are running away with it, but
Yeah, I gotta think. Looking at the Barrels and the Lumberjacks, I'm gonna go with Bourbon Barrels.
oh my gosh, this is so close.
Gosh,
This
dude.
is crazy close, but I'm gonna go Bourbon Barrels, and I think it genuinely comes down to the final flex play. I think I like Devontae Adams better
I think Kincaid.
than Kincaid.
Same,
Um,
but I do not like Palmer.
I guess I like Odunze better than Gainwell. I don't like Palmer, but I don't like Shaheed.
I like Shaheed way better than Palmer. Shaheed had a great week last week.
Yeah, he did.
19.4, 4 catches and a touchdown for 114.
Okay, yeah, but what has he done the rest of the year? I guess he had another 13.2, but then
He's just
sixes.
consistent, though.
Yeah, he's steady. Way more than Palmer. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the Rome Odunze, Devonta Adams, those flex plays are going to win it. Bourbon Barrels take it. I think they go 2-0, and I think Lumberjacks go 1-1. Actually, no, I think Lumberjacks go 0-2.
All right, keep in mind, though, if we're talking about Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, if there's any chance that Chuba doesn't play, Bourbon Barrels do not have a replacement for him. It's Ray Davis. That's his replacement. So if Chuba doesn't play, I'm actually going to switch. I'm going to take the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, Ray
think there's-
Davis has yet to outscore 2.4 points.
I think there's too many variables on the Bourbon Barrels that it could swing. So if I had to place a $5 bet right now, I'd probably put it on the Lumberjacks just because even if Chuba plays, they're going to be a split backfield. That's why he's projected 8.4. But I could see him not playing at all. And if he doesn't, then you're reliant on Ray Davis
That's a
and you're
major
reliant on Joshua
drop-off.
Palmer in your league, in your squad. I think Lumberjacks cover that. I'm going to take Lumberjacks 2-0. I'm going to take Bourbon Barrels 0-2 now. I think they missed the median.
And that does change a bit.
Yep.
Hey, Lumberjacks, if you want to go 2-0, I've got some running back depth. Hit me up. I'm only going to overcharge you by a pick and a half.
10%.
Oh, yeah. 10%
Uh-huh.
of 10 picks.
Of 10 picks, so 1 pick.
All right, we've got the Turf Hoppers versus the Number Punchers. Worst versus first.
I'm going to go
Not quite worst,
2-0-1-1. I think Turf Hoppers keep it up. They put up over 100 points, but I think the Number Punchers continue their terror.
So number punchers win?
I got number punchers winning.
Ooh. I think I got
Oh, interesting.
to take a quick look at this
Actually, I didn't even look
matchup.
at the matchups.
I think
I
I'm
actually like Turf Hopper's team better. Oh, but CMC and Jonathan Taylor is so gross.
I know.
That's like a guaranteed 40 points.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
But I
there.
don't like Judy. I love Debo Samuel this year. I don't love Juwan Johnson this week.
I like Darren Waller.
Darren Waller is due for a bad game, though. He's
Yeah.
due for a non-touchdown game, is what I should say, because he's had 8 catches on the season and 3 touchdowns.
I think I'm with you though. I think Turf Hoppers win it.
I do too.
I think Turf Hoppers go 2-0. They get to 5-7. They move themselves out of the relegation zone.
Yep.
And number punchers go. I
1-1.
think you're.
Maybe.
I think I'm 1-0-2.
I am like
We've picked too
0-2.
many to beat the median.
Yeah.
They've got to have a down week.
Yep.
They'll be 10-2 end of the week.
I totally switched up my tone by the end of that.
No, yeah, you flipped.
I
it. Yeah,
totally flipped.
Hey, you convinced me.
I said it too early, and then I looked at the names on the rosters, and I was like, actually, no, that's not what I
Yeah.
like to see.
Okay, final game before we wrap up. Acorn Assassins versus Slumlord Co. 81.6 to 73.2.
I'm going to take Acorn Assassins 1-1. I'm going to take Slumlord 0-2. I was talking to Slumlord this week, and they already talked about, we might just call it a wash this week. They're pretty much expecting to lose.
Because they don't really. I mean, they have
Bucky Irving
Spencer Rattler starting,
Yeah.
who's actually put up more points than I thought.
Yeah.
He actually has. Bucky Irving is not going to play, and their next. I mean, dude, they are. Let's talk about Snakebit. Slumlord Co. is the Snakebit team of the year so far.
Yeah.
They are what the Long Necks were last year.
Yep.
The amount of injuries that they've had. I mean, okay,
Hampton, Bucky, Drake London, CeeDee Lamb.
they've had Rasheed Rice on suspension. That's on them.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
can't
whatever.
excuse
That's
that.
not Snakebit, but
No.
still, you're dealing with that. There is just so much going wrong for them.
Yep.
That-
Omarion puts up 22, 25, and then 10 gets injured and put on IR.
It's IR.
That's so unfortunate.
hmm They're gonna be good again before the season ends, and it's gonna be unfortunately probably right around when I start playing them. But they, I think this is gonna be their last week of really bad. I think they 6-6, and they turn it around after this. But
6 and
Acorn
6, you mean-
Assassins
you
go
mean-
1-8.
You mean 4-8?
You're right. 4-8.
Yeah.
Yeah. 0-2 does not get you 2 wins. They're going to be 4-8. I think Acorn Assassins will be 5-8.
I actually like Acorn Assassins lineup this week. Diggs against New Orleans, Cooper Kupp at 8 points, Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, Bo Nix.
Not
I
good
like-
enough to beat the median, though.
Probably
to me.
not, but
I don't see
I
that.
think it's enough to beat Slumlord.
I think so, too. I think they pretty easily take that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. We don't do that every week, but I kind of liked it.
That was fun.
That was
Yeah,
kind of
I
fun.
enjoyed that. But that does bring us to the end of our podcast. Thanks for sticking it out with us for an hour. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next week. We post every Thursday. Next week's week 7. Bye. Just kidding.
You know I'm
See
waiting
you
for
later.
it.
Relegator.
There we go.